shout. Clear prop.
Did you say that?
Clear prop. Right, pop that headset on now. You too, Jill. Right, Jill, are you hearing me?
Yes.
There's a clever button that makes it all noise cancelling for us, Pete. There we go. You just look after that. Right, you with me, Jill?
Yes.
Oh, microphone. Where's your microphone? Go, let's have a look. Talk to us. Ah, yeah, there we are.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah, you can probably hear yourself in the headset as well. 1200 RPM.
Where are we going?
Middlebrook Stadium. Suction more than 3, radio and nav aids, flaps up. And check the magnetos. Okay. File information. Good morning, Golf Bravo Oscar Indy Lima main apron with information. Golf QNH1015, request taxi.
Golf Bravo Oscar Indy Lima, pilot information. Hello, Squawk 7365, cross runway 32, hold Alpha 3.
Squawk 7365, cross runway 32, hold Alpha 3. Golf Bravo Oscar Indy Lima. We're off.
You see where they are?
They're all on the ground there by the green gate, aren't they?
Oh, I don't know.
0 degrees, 6 knots, land at your discretion.
261, Caulfield Tunnel.
You alright, Pete?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Get some air coming in.
Cool, what's that? Is that a
That is
warplane?
a Russian military training aircraft called a Yakolev. It's got a lovely sounding engine. I'm no engineer, but it's got 7 cylinders and it makes such a lovely sound when they run it up.
Raven 99 Tango descending dead side. Raven 99 Tango, roger, report downwind.
So, Pete, we don't just go. We're going to copy that aircraft. We're going to stop on the grass and warm the engine up, check and double check all sorts of important
One
things.
going across there.
Yeah, one just landing. I'll check the brakes are working. Yes, they are. In this left turn, I'll check that the instruments are behaving. Numbers getting smaller, wings left, ball right. The engine is air cooled, so to be kind to the engine, I'm going to park the aircraft into wind, so the wind's getting in the holes in the front.
Barton information, good morning, runway 26 left, right hand circuits, Manchester QNH 1015, Squawk 7365.
Okay, and now some more checks. It's all about checks and double checks. Into wind, brakes hard on, temperatures and pressures are in the green, 1700 RPM. Check that this thing called the carburetor heat is working, and it is. Now the magnetos. Drop, no stop. Drop, no stop. Temperatures and pressures are all good. Slow running, so from time to time we'll reduce to minimum power. We need to see that the engine's going to keep going, which it does. And ammeter charging. Trim set for takeoff. Throttle friction at finger tight, mixture rich. Carb air cold, magnetos on both, fuel on and sufficient. We'll have some flaps. So if you look at the back of the wings, both sides, they're changing to give us more lift to get off these short grass runways. Gauges are in the green. Gyros 195, 195. Hatches. Check yours for you. Jill, got your seatbelt on?
Yes.
Wiggle the controls.
Good morning, you read ability 5. Runway 26 left with a right hand circuit. Manchester QNH 1015, 7365.
About these pedals down there,
They are doing two. Oh, there's a sporty looking thing coming in.
Yeah.
180 degrees, 5 knots.
They're helping us steer on the ground.
Right.
Golf Tango Papa, cross runway 32, taxi hold, Alpha 3.
Golf Bravo Oscar Indy Lima, Alpha 3, ready for departure.
Golf India Lima, roger, the runway will be occupied with backtracking traffic. Report lined up runway 26 left.
Copied, lining up 26 left, Golf India Lima.
Even 99 Tango, backtrack runway 26 left, vacate north to tower at Tango 2.
Right track 26 left, vacate, Tango 2, Raven 99, thank you. So we can't go just yet because there's one that's landed, is using the runway to get back to where he needs to park.
Oh, I see.
How fast in like normal miles per hour do we go?
About 100 to 110.
Golf Victor Alpha, roger.
So when we're given permission to go, Pete, it's going to be quite noisy and rattly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All completely normal.
A bit like me.
Ah, very funny. Excellent. I'll be quite busy for about a minute and a half, so I won't be able to talk too much, but then I'll be able to explain things to you a bit more.
Fine.
Barton information, Golf Charlie Bravo Victor Romeo, request join.
Golf Charlie Bravo Victor Romeo, Barton information. Hello, pass your message.
Golf Charlie Bravo Victor Romeo, Sky Ranger Michael Light from into Barton, currently Holton Industrial Estate, 1,700 feet on 1015. I believe runway in use is 26 with a left hand, 26 left correction with a right hand circuit and a QFE of 1013, negative transponder, and we'll report overhead.
Golf Victor Romeo, information correct, report descending dead flag.
We'll go Golf Victor Romeo.
Golf Lima is lined up, 26 left.
Raven 99 Tango, already taxi to park.
Yeah, to fuel please, Raven 99, thank you.
Roger, brake brakes, Golf India Lima, runway 26 left, surface wind 1900 degrees, 3 knots, take off at your discretion.
Runway 26 left, taking off, Golf India Lima. Here we go, it's going to be noisy. Airspeed's alive, all the gauges have stayed in the green, accelerating nicely, and we are flying.
Brilliant. Surprising how quick it goes up.
Oh yeah, she's quite powerful for our sort of aircraft, this one.
What were those round rings down there on the ground?
Sorry Pete, I missed what you said.
Just down there, there was like a ring.
Oh, it's model flying, model aircraft on strings.
Oh, right.
Okay, Jill?
Yep.
So the next thing that happens at 500 feet, we're going to turn right. That's 400. At 500, we're turning right. Can't see all that much in the climb. We'll see a lot more once we level out.
Yeah.
So around we go to the right.
What's the water on the right?
I think it's some sort of sand extraction or gravel extraction. That crane is on a little raft and wanders around and digs things up.
So what is that over there? Is that part of Manchester? Or?
It's the hills just outside Bury.
Oh,
we're
right.
currently pointing, although you can't see it, we're currently pointing at Winter Hill with the big aerial that we all get our television from. Down on the right is the RHS Bridgewater Garden, where all those cars are parked.
Yeah.
We'll see it much closer when we get back in a bit. Golf India Lima departing northwest, climbing 1,500 feet.
Yes, go up down there.
Basic service, Golf India Lima.
Golf India Lima, traffic information for you. Multiple aircraft last reported inbound from the northwest, proceeding 5 minutes.
Roger, we'll keep a good look out, thanks, Golf India Lima.
Golf Tango Papa, runway 26 left, surface wind variable 3 knots, take off at your discretion.
So could you fly this at night?
Yes.
Oh, you can as
We
well?
don't, because there's no lighting at Barton, but this aircraft has got the suitable lights.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
we can fly this at night.
But tell Pete you fly from Blackpool.
Yeah, we go to, because there's no lighting at Barton, that kills us off. You can't fly at night with no airfield lighting. But we go to Blackpool, we drive to Blackpool and do night flying.
Oh, right.
Right, very nearly time for you to have a go, Pete. There's a little thing we must do. I will say you have control, and you've got to answer me saying I have control. So let's just practice it. You have control.
Could you say that again? I don't want to pull that out.
It's all right.
Is that won't fall
I
out,
will.
will it?
No, that's fine. Just let it go. I will say to you, you have control,
I
and you've
have
got
control.
to answer me. That's it. Right, let's do it for real. You have control.
I have control.
Hands on the controls.
Hand on controls.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah. Right, you're flying it. I'm not doing it. Left a bit.
Oh, that's brilliant, isn't it?
And right hand down a little bit, we'll go to the football stadium, the Reebok Stadium.
Golf Mike Delta, roger, runway 26 left, surface wind 110 degrees, 4 knots, take off at your discretion. Caution to tailwind components of 3 knots.
Lovely. That was good. Straight ahead. Left hand down a little bit.
Golf Tango Papa, just confirm you've departed the ATZ, sir.
Wonderful visibility today. You can see the mouth of the River Ribble.
Roger, report departing the ATZ.
And left hand down a little bit.
Golf Charlie Bravo Victor Romeo approaching overhead, descending dead side for 26 left with a right hand.
Golf Victor Romeo.
Fantastic.
Roger, report descending dead side.
Okay, Golf Victor Romeo.
Golf Tango Papa, roger, squawk conspicuity, free call Liverpool radar, bye-bye.
Golf Victor Romeo.
So that big mast on top of the hill there is where we get all our television and radio from. Winter Hill mast. The town under the right wing is Bolton, but strangely their football ground is several miles outside the town here. Okay, we'll give you a breather. I'll fly it for a minute while we turn round this stadium. So I have control.
That's fantastic. You have control.
Yeah, you're going to do some more.
Yeah.
You can let go and relax now.
But with that,
Yeah, just completely let go. I'm doing the flying.
that is fantastic, isn't it?
Good. We're going to treat it to a look down into the football stadium.
Oh, right. Is it a job to look at all these dials at the same time?
You sort of
Or they
scale
all mean different things?
They all mean completely different things, yeah. Speed, an artificial horizon, in fact 2 artificial horizons, even in a simple training aircraft. How high we are, where we're pointing, a compass in other words. But that's quite a clever one. It tells us, are we going up or down? We could wait and see what's happening to this one, but that one tells us instantly, are we going up or down? So here comes the football ground, should be on your side.
Oh, yeah. Cool, it's a brilliant view though, isn't it?
Isn't it just? Golf India Lima, Middlebrook, altitude 1,700 feet, request join.
Golf India Lima, runway 26 left, right hand circuit, QFE 1013.
And what stadium is it?
Runway 26 left, right hand circuit, QFE 1013, Golf India Lima. Bolton.
Bolton.
Yeah. Used to be called the Reebok, it's had a new name since then. There we are.
Golf Charlie, 2 aircraft reported in the fixed wing circuit.
And that's an indoor tennis court, this oval grey or beige building next to it.
Quite a lot of sports things in.
Yeah. So now we're turning round, we're going to point back towards Manchester city centre initially.
Yeah.
And find our way back to Barton. Do you know of an indoor ski slope near the Trafford Centre? Does that mean anything to you?
What was that again?
An indoor ski slope, an artificial ski slope.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
We're going to see that.
I haven't been on it.
No, me neither, nor will I. But we're going to aim at that quite soon.
Right.
1013 and... Right, you can do the steering again for a couple of minutes, Pete. So, hands on the controls.
Taking control.
You have control. Nothing to do with me.
Landing 26 left, Golf
There we go, and a little bit to the left. You okay, Jill?
Yeah.
Airfield approach checks. Fuel is on and sufficient. The radio is set. We just talked to them. Squawking 7365. Engine temperatures and pressures are all good. Check for carb ice. Direction is good. Altitude is good. On 1013. Left hand down a tiny bit, please, Pete.
To the right.
The left hand down.
Left.
Yeah. Lovely.
Golf Victor Romeo, when ready, you can taxi to park. You can just take.
We're going straight over a huge oldie warehouse, so we can drop Jill off. She can do a week's shopping. We'll see her at Barton. This visibility is about as good as it ever gets, Pete. We can see forever.
Off my Delta, Roger, score comp security, free call, Watson radar, bubble.
Absolutely nothing to do with me. Look, I'm not flying it.
Right information, good afternoon, Golf Lima, Charlie Mike Whiskey, observation Golf 1015.
Golf Lima, Charlie Mike Whiskey, Barton information. Hello, score 7365, cross runway 32, hold Alpha 3.
Score 7365, cross 32.
Okay, we can turn to the right a little bit now, Pete, please.
All right. Is that enough? Or
I'll
two?
tell you when. Keep going and straighten up now. So left hand down. Perfect. We're aiming at the ski slope, the chill factory. And the main thing I need to concentrate on, Pete, is there is controlled airspace belonging to Manchester above us, so
Yeah.
we mustn't go above 2,000 feet. That's 1,700, so we're fine, but we mustn't climb.
Where is it underneath us there with the motorway?
This is the M61 coming in towards where the concrete tunnels are. Do you remember if you come down from Bolton, you go into those horrible concrete
yes.
tunnels?
Yeah, yeah.
This is Holton, Holton Industrial Estate. And a tiny bit to the left, just making sure we stay below 2,000 feet. Still nothing to do with me?
No. Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it? So,
The sky is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. And although it's slightly in the shadows, we're now getting a fantastic view of Manchester city centre. All the tall buildings that weren't there when I first worked there in the 80s.
Golf Charlie's overhead the field, outside the fence.
Golf Charlie, Roger, no reported traffic in the fixed wing circuit, report downwind.
We'll go Golf Charlie.
We're now coming up to something I don't really know about. It's called the Lee Guided Busway. There's some special buses that have sort of a track for part of their journey. They're normal buses sometimes, but then they go onto a special track, and we're just coming up to it now at roughly 90 degrees. So they don't steer, it's all just, they're running on rails almost for that part of the journey. Lee Guided Busway, here it is. And then the road is the East Lancs Road in Liverpool to Manchester, and then quite soon after that we'll get the M62.
so what does that control? That you flick is that airflow or something?
Yeah, it's an extra little help. Our flying is all about where the horizon is and keeping it in a particular place in the window.
Yeah.
If you find you're having to push or pull to achieve that, that's quite tiring on your arms. So there's a little extra control. I'll probably forget, but I'll try and remember to show it you on the aircraft at the back of the tail. So I'm using that to help us keep perfectly level where we want to be. I can see the airfield now. Maybe you can down at 1 o'clock.
What's that? What's the water down? The river or the where?
Well, that's the Bridgewater Canal, and the RHS Bridgewater is right underneath us. Right, Pete, we're nearly back. A lot's going to happen really quickly, so it's time for me to earn my crust. I have control, that's it. You just let go. Yeah, completely let go. And just relax and enjoy the views. Another aircraft should emerge at your side in a few seconds, Pete. There. We're going to be, an aircraft should appear underneath us.
Oh, right.
They're a bit later.
Oh, yeah, I just
yeah, you seen it? They're a bit later on in the process. We'll be there in 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, is that where they land?
They're about to land, but they need to do 2 90-degree turns and line up with the runway. We're going to do that in a minute. So here we are, 1,700 feet on the correct pressure setting with the airfield down there on my side. I'll just do a bit of fancy footwork so you can see the airfield.
Yeah.
So the next thing that happens is we're going to drop down to 1,000 feet from 1,700.
Yeah.
But you're getting fantastic views of Trafford Park, the Ship Canal, the city centre.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Manchester's 40 miles inland, but because of the rivalry with Liverpool, decided to be a port. Dug a whacking great canal. Golf India Lima, dead side, descending.
Golf India Lima,
so we're going down.
Report downwind, there's one in the circuit, base to land.
Copy the traffic and we'll go. Golf India Lima. So we're dropping down to 1,000 feet now.
Yeah.
So that instrument tells us we're slowly going down. That says we're going down at 500 feet a minute, which is nice. I've set about 1,500 RPM. 2,300 will keep us level.
What are the double ones there?
The fuel gauges and the engine temperature and pressure. Oil temperature and pressure.
Please 151, bar information, good afternoon, QNH 1015, report complete.
The police helicopter's underneath us, Pete. I don't know if you can see it my side. Black helicopter with a yellow roof on a little grey rectangle. That's the police helicopter. There's also one of the 2 air ambulances there.
Golf Oscar Kilo Echo Delta, Barton information, roger, not a problem. Runway 26 left, right hand circuit, QNH 1015, book 7365.
Okay, we're now down at 1,000 feet. In a moment we're going to turn right, which will put us parallel to the runway we're going to land on. But it will give you a nice view of this RHS Bridgewater Garden.
Yeah.
Golf Echo Delta, cross runway 32, hold down for 3.
Okay, so we're turning right. The wing blocks the view, so I'm going to lift that right wing to get it out of the way. Have a look, make sure there's nobody there. Around we go. So when we've made this turn, Pete, you should see this loads of cars parked for this Bridgewater, RHS Bridgewater Garden. Pre-landing checks, brakes are off. I've got brake pressure, undercarriage is fixed, mixture is rich. Golf India Lima, downwind to land.
Golf India Lima, roger, report final.
We'll go, Golf India Lima. Fuel is on and sufficient for this approach and to go around. The radio is set, we just talked to him, we're squawking 7365. Engine temperatures and pressures are all in the green. Check for ice in the carburettor. No sign of ice in the carburettor. Direction is good, parallel to the runway. Altitude's pretty good on a bumpy day, 1,000 feet on the correct pressure of 1013. Hatches and seatbelts. You got your seatbelt on, Joe?
Yes.
Of course you have.
Surface wind variable 3 knots, take off at your discretion.
So the airfield's sliding behind us over my right shoulder. We're going to turn right towards the Trafford Centre in a second.
Golf Charlie, cross runway 02, taxi to park.
And then we'll line up with the runway and land. So,
Golf Echo Delta, apologies, just confirm the information designator and pressure setting you originally called us for.
So around we go towards the Traffic Centre.
Golf Echo Delta with circuit detail and curfew 1013.
Roger. Did you
It's
call
time to
the
slow down and go down, so reduce the power. We're inside the white arc of speed, so we can put the flaps down. So if you look at the wings, they're changing quite markedly. Flaps are coming down to help us slow down. And we're coming down nice and orderly.
Yeah, it's cracking, isn't it? What a lovely lawn.
Oh, somebody's got a nice... Man, there's been plenty of rain to keep it green, hasn't there?
Yeah.
So very soon we're going to turn right and line ourselves up with the runway. Here we go. And a view that not many people get of this indoor ski slope from above.
No. I was looking at that when we were coming up.
Golf India Lima, final to land.
Golf India Lima, runway 26 left, surface wind variable 2 knots, land at your discretion.
Golf India Lima. So, what a lovely sight, our airfield. We're on runway 26 left. At 300 feet, two things happen. I put this control away.
India Lima, caution bird activity on the runway.
Roger, Golf India Lima. And also, we decide whether we think the approach is stable. I do think it's stable. The speed is correct. We've got the flaps that we want. That picture looks perfect. The runway is clear. We'll continue. Trickle of power.
So quiet now, isn't it?
And now the bit that matters. I've chopped the power and I'm trying to keep her in the air till she runs out of energy. Just won't fly anymore. Oh, you've brought me good luck, Pete. That's about as good as it gets. I've still got all my fillings.
That's brilliant. Very quiet.
Good.
He's not done badly, has he, Pete?
No, he certainly hasn't.
Barton radio check please, Golf Bravo, Echo Zulu Zulu.
What, do we
Golf
jump
Bravo,
over
Echo
those?
Zulu Zulu, Barton information, your readability 5.
Sorry, Jill, say again.
Are we going over those and doing a jump?
Yes. 3 points if you fail to get over them.
What's that funny smell?
She always smells of fuel after she lands. Golf India Lima, approaching Bravo 2.
Golf India Lima, cross
Not
runway
gonna
02,
blow up,
taxi
is
to
it?
park.
Cross runway 02, taxi to park, Golf India Lima. No, she's not going to blow up. Now this is a runway coming up, but I've just got permission to cross it. That's what was just said on the radio. In fact, it's not usable at the moment. The airfield had such a terrible winter that they've dug part of it up and seeded it. You see where the grass is growing? And there's all sorts of little cones here. So this is a runway that we're going across. So it couldn't actually be used at the moment, but the rule is still that I've got to get permission to cross it.
5 miles south of the field, routing northbound, Flight 93.
Pipeline 33, roger. There's currently no reported traffic in the ATZ. There's the last reported traffic is a TL20 microlight departing to the northwest.
So we haven't got a guaranteed parking space, but we'll find somewhere.
Yeah.
Pipeline 33, roger. And just for your information, we're on runway 26 left with a right-hand circuit.
Information 9 Alpha uniform, Alpha 3 ready for departure.
November 9 Alpha uniform, runway 26 left.
Well, that white one has hogged a lot of the airfield. A lot of the main apron, but we'll forgive them.
9 Alpha uniform.
Please 151, complete. 151, roger, thanks. Pipeline 33, just to confirm, so will you be operating in the ATZ?
Right, we'll pop the brake on Rundown checks. Check the magnetos. Drop, no stop. Drop, no stop. Turn the radio off. Right, it's time to switch the engine off. Clonk. Keys out.